Oh, no audio?
Test.
Oh, just Daniel? You guys can hear us?
Can you hear us? Okay.
Okay. Can you hear me now? Tell me. Yes.
There you go.
Okay. It's always something.
Beautiful.
So, right. Hi. All kinds of people. Yuri, Eddie, Steffi, good to see you. Mehmet, you're there. Woof, Q, all kinds of people. So, a great crowd. It has been a long time. And Nico, nice to see you. It's been a while. I mean, not that long, actually. But yeah, it's nice to see you. And Jakob? Okay, so what we are doing today is amazing because, let me just say, basically, I'm piggybacking on incredible work from Giorgio and Nestor. I was chatting to, yeah, we are all aware of that. Rigora, good to see you. And Sane Dog, I'm glad to have you here too. We're talking about Module Federation. And there is this amazing website. I don't know if you've come across it, either the concept or the website, but there is this project Module Federation, which is not the only way of doing micro frontends, but it has a huge amount of support behind it. You can see there's a lot of support, everything from RSPress to RSBuild, Vite, all kinds of things. But Nuxt has been one of the things we have lacked for a while in terms of support. And there's actually an issue in Nuxt which is called Nuxt multi-app support, and it's one of the ones which we have, which I opened quite some time ago, and it has a lot of people who would love to see this exist in Nuxt. So, saying that is very kind of you. That's nice of you to say. And so, basically, I was pointed to this incredible example here, Module Federation Vite examples, Giorgio, and there is a Nuxt app which is federated. And I thought we could build this out. Joaquin, nice to see you. We can build this out into a Nuxt module. And even maybe we could explore down the line the possibility of just making this zero config in Nuxt itself. But we'll see. Does it sound like a plan? Nestor, Giorgio, is that what you were thinking we would do?
Yes.
Excellent.
Hell yes.
Sounds
So
great.
you're basically going to be the experts because you've built all of this stuff. The most that I've done is I have cloned this repo. I haven't actually even installed it, so I'll just do that in the background. And I very much hope the lock file meets with supply chain policies that PNPM is planning to enable here. Okay, so for a start, shall we just run, like, how do I test the remote? And
Should we introduce ourselves, Daniel? Because maybe people here don't know who we are at all.
No, I think that everybody knows who you are. I think there's basically no need to introduce yourself. No, yes, you should do that. You should totally do that. Sorry. I mean, you do go. Does go without saying. But yes, Nestor, tell me, who are you, Nestor?
So, well, my name is Nestor. I am based in Spain, and I develop part of this cool library called Module Federation, and I also have my hands dirty with part of RSpec and part of Vite, I would say. So yeah, I do these things for a living. Even though today, for the past, what now, 3 or 4 years, I am a web developer. Is that a thing now? My heart resides in systems engineering. So I used to do kernels time ago, and I still loving doing Linux stuff. But nowadays, this is what I do. I work for a company named Zephyr Cloud, where we do this microfountains orchestration thing. And yeah, here to help. Pleasure to meet you guys. Giorgio, go ahead.
Yeah, so let me introduce myself. I'm Giorgio. I mostly work on front end, even though right now I'm in the back end area. So I'm doing Python right now with AI for an American company. Yeah, so in my free time, I'm doing open source. And back in the days, I grabbed the challenge to port the Webpack integration with Model Federation into Vite. This was my personal project. In fact, in my account, there is the old code base. Then the creator of Model Federation, Zach, asked me to move the code base in the official organization. And I thought, why not? This could be even more challenging, and the package getting traction, and right now we are here.
You are
That's
indeed. Um,
in few words. Yeah.
and yeah, both both of these two are absolute legends, and it is a pleasure. I've collabed already, of course. Jojo and I were both part of the project that got Unifont and all kinds of stuff. Not Unifont, Fontless up and out, which is
Fontless.
powering Nuxt fonts under the hood. So yes, cool. But I think Nestor, we haven't actually built anything together up until now. So
Yeah, pretty much.
last time we can say that. Okay, so we have this module federation project here, and I've installed the dependencies. And I'm guessing we want to do something like dev, build, or preview in the Nuxt folder.
Yeah.
Is that right?
So in the root you can run next dev
Cool.
in the root of the project. Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to start at two different projects, so a host and remote at the same time. They're both
Yeah.
Nuxt projects, and it looks like we have two dev servers running, one on 4.173, one on 4.174.
Yeah. If you
And
open the first one is loading the second one.
okay, so we'll open the first one then.
Did you install the dependency? I guess so.
I did, but
Can you, yeah, can you go into the npm at the root of the project? Because
yes.
I'm using this repository for my testing PRs and such. So if you are going to the packages
You mean
in
into?
the pm workspace,
Okay,
the
yeah.
workspace, the last file. Yeah, you can change the catalog into version 1.16.4.
Oh, because you're using Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
I'm using this as my personal pipeline because why not?
why not?
Because they have all the frameworks, and I'm testing every PR to verify that it's breaking some edge cases or frameworks in general.
I mean, it
So
did look like it was working. Like it said, I think it was just maybe the initial warm up took a little bit longer than we were expecting. Okay, so we're warmed
yeah,
up. We're warmed up. Should be good to go. Oops.
yeah,
4173.
yeah. That's weird because it's working on my machine as usual.
Oh yeah. Oh god.
It's much more likely to be something to do with my machine.
I was about to
Yeah.
suggest.
Yeah.
Hmm.
No, no, I was about to suggest to do that, but no, doesn't look like it. Oh, that's strange.
That's strange. Can you open the
Let's.
174
Yeah.
second one?
Okay.
Okay, that one is
Oh, there you
working.
go.
Okay. What about the 73? Can you
Can you
clean
open
up?
the DevTools?
Yeah, good idea.
because maybe it's hanging on the network
It
at pooling
is.
or something.
So if we hit, let's just hit the, so that should give
Mm-hmm.
us back a string. Great. Let's hit this one,
Mm-hmm.
and it's hanging. And I bet it's
It's
something like,
hanging.
do you have an environment variable set at all, like for the remote? Because sometimes when
Mm,
people expect an environment variable to be,
no, if you
Well,
would
we
like.
do have that string interpolation that maybe, yeah, that one, that maybe
yeah,
might complain at some point, but
oops, come on. What is the remote base?
Can you try in incognito mode?
Ooh, yeah, it could be a service worker or something like that, couldn't it? Um, okay, let's see. Is this no? What's
This is
incognito?
a
Is this?
classic demo effect.
Well, no. I like this. The whole point is that this isn't going to work, right? Okay, so we want to get it to a place where it works. Oh, it can't be incognito mode because it's not working in the terminal either, right? So
yeah.
so it is something like, let's try the remote base. It's trying
Mm,
to hit.
but I tried before the live and it was working.
I believe
Yeah, it's
you.
the underscore nuxt directory thing.
This is totally likely to be something on my end, rather than, okay, so the remote does return, so we get something back, and
Mhm.
we can absolutely refactor this actually, even if it's not working to start with. There's plenty of stuff we can do, but I wonder if it's this.
Potentially.
Maybe, for example, it needs to be built once or something like that, and then there's going to be a file.
Let's try with the build. Yeah,
So if
because
we
yeah,
try
you
nuxt,
can run build and preview.
yeah,
Next preview.
but often I get myself into exactly this kind of situation where, interesting. Okay, we have got this. This might be helping to identify what the issue is, of course, because there's some kind of problem here in this render payload JSON script. So if I go directly, I'm just going to run the scripts individually and get maybe some better
Yeah.
examples. So we're going to start this
Mhm.
one. Um, that should just, oh, but I'll probably have to do the remote package JSON. Is that going to be the same, just preview? Okay.
Yeah. The port is important, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I didn't want to just run it. Okay, so then we have nuxt host. We'll do the same. And this is going to throw an error. It's not.
Oh, it's probably
Interesting.
at runtime.
Okay, probably a runtime. Let's try it. Yeah, okay, so a runtime error. And that error is coming from should hydrate, which is there, and has own properties, not a function. Wait a second. What version of Node am I on? Ooh. Maybe it's not an object. So let's see, what is object coming in here? Okay, we have got failed to load Node.js entry for remote from localhost. VM source text module is not a constructor. Okay, is this a, let's see if this is a, aha! This is
Yeah.
supported as of, well, it seems pretty old. But I wonder if it's a Node version kind of thing. Do you know, Giorgio?
Well, it does say over there, it's only available. This feature is only available with the experimental VM modules,
Yeah.
command flag enabled.
So Giorgio,
Interesting.
is there a like
There,
what?
there is no limitation in the Node version, so this should work.
So why?
Um,
What version of Node are you using?
I'm using 25, but in the pipeline, let me check. The pipeline is 20 something.
Oh, thank you very much, Zedmank.
Oh,
This is Mank.
that's Zach.
Zach. Zach. Thank you, Zach. That's very kind. Okay, let's see if using nodes 25 makes any difference. It sadly does not. Well, Zach, you've chosen exactly the moment to come in here. Q says some kid needs help. There's a whole loads of things that I haven't spotted because I'm fully in this debug mode. This is so painful. So what we're talking about, Ali, is we're talking about multi-federation, module
Yeah.
federation, multi-app support, and yeah, we are encountering this error, which is that we are failing to load the node entry for a remote because VM source text module is not a constructor. So how about we just go ahead and do what we are told to do because we're very good at that. So we're going to open package.json in the nuxt host, and we're going to run this preview mode. Okay, so we have port 4173. So we're going to do port 4173 node. We're going to pass our experimental VM modules flag. And it should be output server index.mjs. And now let's see what happens. Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, because I'm trying with the same code base in my laptop. It's working.
Yeah. Okay, now we're getting a different
So,
error. Remote container initialization failed. View the docs. Cannot access used shared before initialization.
Oh, okay. That's a sharing issue.
Yeah.
So if you open, this is a good introduction actually. So when you use Federation, right, you are making two apps share context with each other, and that brings at runtime, right? And that brings one massive challenge, which is what happens if your app one, so your host, uses next version whatever, and your secondary version uses a different version. It doesn't have to be like a major version, but a patch,
Yeah.
right? You need a way for those two instances to be able to share well, you need a strategy in the first place, right? So you need to choose your strategy, but usually the most common one is, oh, if both are the same, right, let's just use a singleton. So in the next config, where of the host, most likely there should be a key that is
sorry if I
the
stop you. I think
sharing.
I saw the error.
Oh,
Is
you
it?
saw
The
it?
model federation is linked in
Yeah.
my local path, so
Oh
you
my
need
god.
I
to
was
set
just
as
spotting exactly the same issue.
yeah, you need to set as workspace. Yeah,
So yeah, so we basically I think instead of linking it, why don't we just, is there a published
Is
version we
the
can
only
use?
one because by mistake maybe I commit. The other one are with workspace, if I
Yeah,
remember correctly.
I think yeah, it's just a
Catalog,
catalog.
sorry,
So
catalog. Yeah.
so that's what, do you know, it's always nice to find out the reason for mysterious behavior, right? Okay. So
And
do,
obviously, it's working on my machine because the path is there.
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's okay. So it is a
I
local,
was testing it myself.
it's a local dev environment, but I feel like we are thankfully
Yeah, let's see.
we're out of it.
Let's
Okay,
see.
Stefan, nice to see you. You've arrived at a moment of happiness because we have, I think, discovered the source of a bug, which we can easily fix. By the way, this is Giorgio's private testing repo. This is not like a published thing. So just to be clear. Okay, so we will do. Should we do the dev server again? nuxt dev?
Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
Okay.
that's right.
So this
Finger
might
crossed.
this might do something different. Okay, it is, because we're seeing some dependencies optimized that we didn't before. And hey, it loads.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Okay.
What a okay, so this is the host app, and it has some state. And here's some remote. Ah, it's amazing. Remote SSR component. It's hydrated.
Yeah, so initially the integration with Nuxt, I did a only client side integration, so was a client only. Then back in the days, I think a few months ago, we implemented the server side rendering solution,
Yeah.
and right now we are covering Nuxt and Tanstack and Vnext. So the idea is to render the components on server side and then hydrate them at the runtime.
Yeah.
So if you are slowing down the network a bit and refresh the page, you should see server side rendering label
Okay.
and then
So
hydrated.
yeah, okay, cool. So this is rendered in the initial HTML, still loading. I've just loaded it very, very far down. And oh, we should also not disable the cache because that will make it take forever. Okay, I slowed it too far down. This is one of the things about Vite and caching. Never disable the cache in the dev server because Vite exposes almost every file, every source file as a separate network request, and it gets very, very, very slow.
It's still loading. Yeah.
Still loading. What have I done? What have I done, people?
It's going to take a while if you
I
don't,
can't bear this.
because
I can't bear this. Okay, starting again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is a bit faster.
Bit a bit faster.
A little bit faster. Come.
it's putting the runtime over there and the shares.
Yeah.
Yeah, in dev server, it's loading more file and less optimized, but
Yeah, exactly. This isn't a bug with Vite or something like that. This is just the concept of how it works here.
yeah, I
Okay,
think a
so
good
we're hitting this module
regular.
federation virtual a couple of times. And I guess that's going
Yeah,
to be doing things like handling some of the loading of modules
yeah.
from
In
the
the
remote.
meantime, we can speak about the library itself. So back in the days, module federation was a webpack only things, and the code for creating the packages is inside of the webpack repository. Then there is the module federation library that is consuming and handling the packages that the webpack is producing. Then with RSpack, the version of webpack with Rust, there is a custom implementation that is mirroring literally the webpack logic, and there wasn't anything with Vite. And this package, this library is handling and producing these packages, and the module federation core and SDK is handling these packages. So there is three libraries: Webpack, RSpack, and Vite module federation that is producing let me say the core things, and the agnostic library module federation SDK and core is handling them. So you can mix and match application, webpack application with the Vite application, so on and so forth. So that's the idea. So there is a bit of complexity in all the code because of the many frameworks we are supporting, and also the difficulties that the, the logic about creation of these packages. but that's it. Now it's kind of working. So
It's amazing.
yeah,
I
Yeah.
mean,
here we are.
I do feel like I'm glad you're here, though. It's a lot of moving pieces. So looking at this app, obviously the host app renders this host counter straight away, but I noticed that none of the others render their counter. But you said this bit here rendered by remote before client hydration. This is coming from the remote, right? It's not. This is
Yeah,
SSR.
yeah.
This text.
So the first part is SSR, and the counter and the other things are on the client on the runtime.
Okay, but
When
it could be
yeah,
you could have SSR'd the counter as well, right? You just didn't choose to.
yeah,
Yeah.
correct,
Exactly.
correct. But you can have it, but if you are not, you need to wait the hydration before interacting
Yeah.
with the counter.
Which I guess is true in general with any kind
Yeah.
of JavaScript app like this. Okay. So
And by the way, let me commit the fix on my repo.
uh, okay. So we have the nuxt app here. We have the remote, and let's see what you're doing then in the remote. So you're turning the build cache off, and is there's a reason for that? Was that messing with stuff?
Mm, I think not specifically for this one.
Okay. Um,
We can try to, yeah. The only thing that is specific and required a little bit of testing is the part on top of the plugins. There is this Nitro build public assets.
yeah.
This is something really custom for Nuxt. Um, I created this for solving the Nuxt specific to cover
Yeah.
the framework. So this could be something that Nuxt can take ownership,
Yeah.
and we have other parts of the library that is doing checks on Nuxt and specific logic for Nuxt as well.
Okay. Um, so as in that is emitting those files in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah. For goodness sake, stop. Okay. So for a start, we can move this out of here. Now, the
Mhm.
frustrating thing, I guess, is that we don't have the Module Federation source code sort of set up. I guess I can clone it, and then we can maybe handle
Yeah.
that other
Yeah,
stuff.
absolutely.
But to start with, I'll just do this. So next hook, and then we can actually just directly hook in this the hook that we had in the Nuxt config file here, and this should be all we need to do. And now we basically moved out the that behavior directly into a module, which is going to be able to do the same behavior. And we'll do the same when it comes to the whatever is producing that. We can integrate it all together. So that means we can drop the hook from here, but it
Cool.
should still work. It should still have the same behavior. And then we have this sort of vite config, which we can simply configure like this. Add vite plugin. And I'm guessing we could probably also set this up so it works with RSPack as well? Or,
Mm-hmm.
yeah?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe I do have an example for that.
Yeah. So we'll just drop this and return some of these options. And I hope that's just going to work, but let's see. And the Federation import here. Okay, so this is hopefully name. We need a name, which is module Federation Nuxt. Cool. So well, we need to test that actually works, because some of that might be other config. Let's just see. Okay, we're getting the same error we did before, which probably means that the cause is something else that we need to set up directly. Next, options, Vite server.
I was pushing my change and a little bit lost here. So can you do a little bit recap?
Of course. So all I've done is I've copied out the I've copied out some of the configuration from the nuxt config file into a local module called modules federation in the remote. And I want to see, just to start with, whether this is going to handle things for us. And I think we might have to, let's see, we might have to.
By the way, is this adding to the plugins? Because one thing is the plugin, right? And the other one is the Vite server config thing.
Exactly. And I think I might have to configure that separately. So I've moved the server cause back, because I'm wondering if that's the cause.
Cause usually is the error pulling the remote, like once the app loads. Like you will see like the clear error of you.
So why is this giving me? We're still having this object on property is not a function, and I think
comes from Pinia.
I think that's just in there because it's a. So this is interesting. Let's debug and find out where it's coming from. So it might be the order or something.
Oh, do you have to have, Daniel? Do you have to have this module in the modules thing in the config?
You don't.
Like in the config of the host.
You shouldn't. So,
because there's another one for Pinia.
Console log. Hi there. So our aim here is simply to. Oh, does the host import the config?
Yeah.
No, it does.
Like if you go above.
No, you've just copied. You just have it twice, right?
Wait, are we in the remote?
So in the remote here.
Right.
So I think we can directly move this plugin. We should be able to do this within a module. So if I move into our federation module, so we're not changing the host at all. We're just focusing on the module. We're going to add a Vite plugin, and we're going to add this federation plugin like this, and we will also. And actually, I think that's probably all we need to do for now. I just want to this really, I'm surprised this is giving me trouble, because I think this should be pretty basic.
Yeah. By the way, we recently add the create module federation config. It's a function
there you go.
that's returning the options. So if you are using that function, TypeScript will be happy.
Yeah. Oh, good. So and then we don't need the as any. Actually, this seems to be working fine anyway. Let's just see if that works for us. Yes, still working. And now if I drop the actual
right
configuration
now we are
of the
moving
cores.
the configuration into a module. Okay, so but module it's something that the end user need to configure.
Well, the idea,
because go on.
I mean, the idea would be that the end user doesn't need to configure it. So the module is just something they install. So it would be one more thing in here, that's module federation, and then it just works.
Right. But there is 2 bits to this conversation. If you look at the config itself, there is exactly. So there is actually 3 pieces, right? So there is the things that you're exposing, the things that you are consuming, and the shares Those are the three things that are entirely dependent on the project
And
you're
the
working on.
names as well.
So,
The
in
names, yeah.
general. Yeah.
so this is why we need to have some configuration. So what we want is to
Yeah.
expose the things that you have to configure up. So we'll have some module options. And so the things that we're going to configure will be the exposers and the shared and
And the
anything
remotes.
else? The remotes as well. Okay.
Remotes.
So those things can all drop in here, and they are going to be, presumably we have an option in here like module federation options. And so we can then do something like module federation options exposers. Module
Exactly.
Yep, and come on.
There are other configurations
There are other
like
things, yeah.
the DTS.
In
and stuff, but
reality,
let's do that.
in reality, it's pretty much everything. Because you might have use cases where, you want to not do the manifest for some reason. You might not want the remote entry for some reason.
Okay, so what we want to do here is pass these in as our, what were they? Exposers. Cool. And then we have our remotes and our shared. Okay. So that then means we can then put this in here. So shared is going to be options shared. Oops. And we're going to get our resolved options just directly from our setup. So we should be able to do that at this point. Why is it not? Oh, there. And so we can do the same with thank you options remotes and options
Beautiful.
exposes. And so now we have and it should be straightforward for us to add more, right? But what this means is that we've now moved so all of this is generic, ish. So it feels to me like, yeah, right. That's good. Let's see if it still works.
Yeah.
Now we're going to be configuring it.
Yeah, we can look at the chat because Yaneps 92
Yeah.
wrote thinking about how versatile a micro front-end setup are. Wrapping can be a bad idea. Well, yeah, it's really flexible, and as mentioned here, option are always all important. So probably the module can
You
can
can probably
be
expose the entire options
Yeah.
instead of individual keys.
So in which case we can do this. So how about we do something like, so our module options will be, we might maybe do a direct config, which is just partial module federation options. And then we have a default option of config is going to be remotes, shared, and exposes. And that then just means we can pass options config. And then upstream, we now wrap it in config. And that's just for safety, so that we're saying that we might have other options that we pass directly to the. So now everything is exposed. This is fully. Hey Flo, Luke, good to see you. And someone says that the mic level is problematic. Who is too loud? Am I too loud?
Potentially me.
Okay, like everyone, we need the person on the right, Nestor.
It is me indeed.
It's nothing to do with your mic, just you personally are too loud. No, we're talking about. I can adjust that at my end if that's correct. Okay, I'll pull you down a bit. Can you talk a little bit more?
Gotcha. Sure. Is this any better for you guys? Can you hear me properly like this?
Perfect. Okay.
Beautiful.
Okay. Good. Too low. What have I done? I've done too much. Okay. I've moved it up a bit. Nestor is louder than the rest. I mean,
apologies.
You must not feel self-conscious. Okay, speak, Nestor.
Hello. Test.
Okay, it's perfect. Everyone thinks it's perfect. Nestor, you are perfect. Receive this as
Thank you,
affirmation.
guys.
Receive this as affirmation. People say it's perfect. Giorgio, by the way, it looks like it's the middle of the night where you are, and I know that cannot be true.
I'm in my office. Yeah, I prefer to, yeah, not too bright. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. Okay, so are we getting somewhere? Are we going in the right direction here?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Let's have a look at these root rules because is it just the remote entry.js that needs to be fetched, or is it other stuff that has to be fetched across origin too?
So here's the tricky part. Usually, when we're talking about module federation setups on server-side rendering, the dev server is used to give a lot of problems with cores. So
Yeah.
this is not only specific to Vite. Like we also suffer from this on RS build and on Webpack. So usually, what most people end up doing is kind of like for local and only for local. We just do like a rule like this that is very extreme to just make it quiet, because it often is the remote entry, but depending on how complex of a thing you're sharing, it might involve other chunks and you never know. So
Can we have a prefix? So, and then we could because this is going to expose the entire app, including the API, for example, and say anybody can access the API. But if we have a prefix like underscore underscore MF or something like that, then we would easily be able to apply the root rules to it without conflicting with other things. What do you think? Does that work, or is that going to be a problem?
yeah, there's nothing against that. I think you can, at the end of the day, as long as you keep track of where are you generating all the files and everything is cohesive, I think it's totally fine to have like even to have like a folder that you expose everything into it.
Okay.
I think that's totally fine.
Okay. So yeah. Well, okay. So I'll just put a little to do. So presumably, what all we would need to do is to do move these into a folder, say underscore underscore mf, and we can make it configurable. And then, so we'll just say at the moment const base is just we're not going to have a base, but we're going to support it in future. And so we would then do resolve public to base and file. And then what we would do is set the root rules. So we would say this here, nuxt options root rules, and then we'll do base.
Everything inside of it,
I'll
right?
tweak that, right? But yeah, exactly. So we're saying that path is going to have the these headers, and then later on we're going to make this configurable. But we're just starting. I don't want to overcomplicate our life. So we would do something like base is going to be that to start with, and actually we'll just do. Oops, I'm going to rename it. So TypeScript.
Hey, Alex.
10. Come on, TypeScript. Oh, for goodness sake, what is it? Should be option F2. Right? Nope, function F2. That's it. Okay, options base, and then there we go. So we need a base is going to be a string, and later on we'll default that to underscore underscore mf. Okay, cool. So excellent. This needs to be imported as a type. There we go. So okay, so we have even less now. So that doesn't have to be there either. So we're just doing this now. I think we have more that we can automatically configure.
Can you remove the experimental? I wonder if it's going to work without it, like the one below.
Let's try. Okay. I mean, that is probably.
Let's try without it.
Yeah, I don't think it will make any difference in dev mode. I think that is a production build. So let's see. Interesting. This is probably probably because I've defaulted this to that. So it's, let's try this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And now if we
Beautiful.
preview it, and I reload, it seems fine. Great. So
Great.
probably we don't need that either. So we now have a
Nice.
configurable
Nice.
module federation option which entirely fits in one screen. Okay, this is cool.
Cool.
Hey, Alex, you're here. Good to see you. Hey, nice to see you. Canada Honk is the GOAT, by the way.
Yes.
If you are not familiar, there are incredible... Oh, there's loads of people posted comments. I'm the one who's late to the party. And flow, yes. Cause, allow. All true. Okay. Yes, Alex. The one person here... I mean, it's true that I haven't streamed for a while. But the real person we've all been missing is you. You absolutely need to come back. Okay, so now here is something that I'm going to suggest. So a very nuxty way of exposing things is to do something like a file name. So what we could do, for example, in terms of exposing these components is put them in a folder, or we could give them a suffix. But let's try a folder for a start with. Does that sound reasonable?
Usually, as long as you can use them on the app itself, because a remote might be consumed without the host.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, we can
So
absolutely...
your remote, right?
So, okay, so your worry is we still want them to work inside this app itself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to create a folder called federated or exposed, maybe. Okay, exposed.
Sure.
We're going to drop in exposed widget and counter SSR because that's what we're exposing. And then we are going to configure this so now we don't have to expose these at all. Okay, that's the aim. So we can do this in two ways. So first, we're going to set the configuration. So nuxt options components. What is it? Nuxt hook components does, and then we are going to add this directory. So does we're going to push. We're going to make this configurable, of course. So the path is going to be components exposed, and we're going to say no, I think that should be fine. We'll just unshift it so it's at the beginning. And actually, I think that might be all we need to do. So to start with, let's just add these. What am I wanting to do here? No, to start with, let's just view localhost 5174. 4174, yeah. To make sure it's still working. Okay, so it's still working, right? So we managed to move the directory while it's still usable in the parent. Okay, so the prefix is just ignored, basically. And now what we want to do is create another nuxt hook. So we are going to create a nuxt hook for components extend. And this is going to get us access to all of the components that have been scanned from the project. So if I actually log them out, we'll see. Oh, it's working fine, but it's not in dev mode. Let's check and see if it's still working fine. So okay, it's not it's not working fine. Why is it not working fine? Let's see. Cannot find exposed widget.view. I think this might be because let's see. Oh, where are we using it? Oh,
Ooh.
was that added by VS Code, presumably. Oh, we don't have to add this at all. Like it doesn't need a.
That's another thing. That's another topic I wanted to get into, because there is a lot of niceties that I would like to get
Yeah.
from the, from the actual files.
Yeah. Oh, tell me more. What do you mean by that? Like.
So if you open so we will need to go to the host for this to
Yeah.
see how you are importing these modules, right?
Yeah.
So if you go into app, you go into any of these.
Yeah.
This is how we do it. Like even on the previous one, yeah, on app.
Yeah.
So that's how we do it, and I think this can be improved.
Absolutely, it can. Yes, for sure. Okay, so that's the next step, right? So we're going to first pop into.
Nestor, you are preparing your talk, basically.
I haven't, but this comes very
Yeah,
handy
but
for
this
it.
comes after because you are shaving the example a lot.
Yeah. For the stream, for the record, I'm speaking about this thing in a month? No, actually more than a month. At the end of July in China, in Shanghai. So, yay.
Okay, so so here we go. This is all of the components that are being logged out. So these are the components that are available in Nuxt. And actually, I probably could have just had a look in the DevTools here, and we could have seen them as well. So we have these components. They are there. Here are the components. Some of them are not being used. Actually, I'm not sure why it's not showing all of them, but you can see the ones that are available. And in particular, we're interested in the one, not the built-in ones, but the ones like this widget. So we're getting them, and they're coming across, and this is the shape of one of them. This is why I logged out. I just wanted to demonstrate. So we have something that looks like this. And this is this is what we're working with, and we can do some interesting things with it. So what we particularly want to do is this going to be useful for us to know how to expose things? Because if this starts with the if the file path is within our exposed directory. So we could do something like const exposed is resolve alias components exposed, and we'll set it here. We'll say exposed. We won't do this because people might want to have multiple directories. I think there'll be a lot of things, but I just want to get us quickly to the point of being able to use this. So we have our exposed directory, and
That's a great DX, basically. Passing the directory and forgetting about the bare configuration. That's great.
Okay, cool. So we have this directory, and we're going to resolve it to we have this resolve alias thing, which we can import here from nuxt kit, and we should be able, oh for goodness sake, we should be able to then use that everywhere. So we can now just check if so const exposed components equals components dot filter component dot component file path that starts with exposed and we will just give it a
Luke
trailing.
1122122C wrote what's mode all in the component. In the component, you copy paste from what's
Yes,
mode
Luke.
all.
Luke is right. It is in fact server and component together. So we're just going to make sure it ends with a trailing slash so that we can do this starts with safely. And so now we have our exposed components. And if I log those out now, then that's going to be just a couple of components. So hopefully that's going to restart. And so now we see our widget. and our counter SSR, and those are exposed. Now, for our module federation plugin, we have our, exposers, and we have the remote here. We have a short path, and then we have the long path. So we need to create this mapping, and so that mapping is actually straightforward for us because we already have a Pascal name, which is what we would want to by convention expose. So we can have our little our exposed. It's going to be a record of strings to string, and then so we're going to, for const components, if not okay, great. So we now can figure out our map. So we're going to have our short path needs to be. Now, is this always going to be the case? Always the dot / thing?
Yeah. Well, that is how the import is going to be formed. So it will be import name of the module / and then whatever is there. So /widget /counter.
Yeah. Okay. So okay, great. So we'll just do this. We have our Pascal name, and then we're going to want to. Now it's interesting that there's always this app in front of that. So this is relative to the root directory, not the source.
To the root directory. Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to do relative. I guess we'll do this, and we will say relative c dot file path nuxt options router. And some of these things we will absolutely need to tweak and harden, right? Okay, but I think that now means we have the configuration. And so this is, now there is one question for me, is what happens as we, like if you're editing, like if you were, so that this will work fine if these components are there before you start the dev server, I think. But what happens if you are beginning, like if you add a component halfway through? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So in theory, between rebuilds, if you add a new, let me think, if you add a new exposes, so if you expose a new module, there should be no problem whatsoever. Meaning that if you expose a new thing, new file, hot reload should take care of updating the remote entry, updating the DMF manifest, and you should be able to import that new module like straight away. But now, if you tweak one that already exists, that's a very different story, I think.
So, but I mean, okay, sorry. I mean, let me rewind. So what if you are, for example, like here we pass in a map already to the remote. So previously we were passing it in here, but what if you added a new one? You would have to edit the nuxt config file, which actually restarts the plugin. But in this case, we're trying to say, what if we auto-discover them? So you don't have to restart the plugin. Is there a way to like pass a getter function or something like that? Like, could we, instead of a record, could we pass in a like a function that whenever you call it gives you the latest set of what is exposed?
Yes, but I think in order for you to do that, you need to tap into the runtime itself. So let me send you a link. One thing that you can use, like for sure, is the runtime API. So let me, runtime API, there you go. Okay, so if you have a look at this, this should work for any plugin. This is not specific to, I'm gonna send it on the chat in case anybody else wants to look at it.
Yeah.
So that API is what powers both the V1 and the well, pretty much every single one, right?
Yeah.
And you have the concept of instances, which at the end of the day, most people just have one, which is the default one. But then out of this instance, if you scroll down a little bit into this page, you should be able to see that we have things like, you see, load remote, for example. So load remote loads the one of the remotes that is registered over there. You see over there? And this is programmatic, meaning that it is meant to work, synchronously, like you're doing right now, or even asynchronously in your code.
Yeah.
And I believe there is one here, you can search for it, it's called register remote.
Yeah.
Yeah, so with that, you can add new remotes into the expo. Oh, this is onto the remotes. There should be one for the other. Oh, what is the name of it? I haven't used it before, I think. I don't know if we have one for exposes, not yet you talk about it. Yeah, we probably don't have one.
So
trying to remember. No, most likely we don't, now that I think about it. No, we only have it for the runtime side of the host. Yeah, exactly. Like Janice said.
yeah.
Yeah, but this is actually interesting. Like, let me make a note about this. Shit.
Yeah, and by the way, the library is doing a register remote and a load remote under the hood for you.
Yeah.
So, but this is something nice to have, maybe.
Oh yeah, I mean it is. Like, I am making a note because I want to propose this afterwards because this is actually useful for some use cases. And it's like internal API, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal.
So in the chat, is writing goals was to have on the fly imports for lazy components.
Yeah. So that is true. Okay, so we're still working locally, and let's just see if we can work host with this auto discovery. So if I switch across to there, nope, it's not working. We have to improve this, okay? Like this error, because basically any error seems to fall into that. I'm not saying it's an issue with module federation. This might just be how nuxt is behaving. But there's a problem. Oh, I think it's because we were referring to it as counter SSR, and actually.
Oh, is it because the index.js thing?
It's because it's counter SSR, and I just want to call it counter. I think that's probably how we're importing it on the. So this is the point. So now we're reloading and we're getting this updated, but we had to reload. So I think that's probably an easy thing to solve, but we have to solve it. Okay, so here we go. Everything is working, and this is auto discovery. So this is basically, we have a folder called exposed, and anything in there works in the component, like in the project, and it also is exposed and can be loaded from another project. Does that feel good? I think that feels good.
You renamed the file. The problem was the name of the file?
Yes. The problem was that previously we were exposing counter, but the file name was counter SSR. Yeah. And now that we're auto detecting it, it was exposing it as counter SSR, but the other project was importing it as counter. Now, up to you.
So now we are in an opinionated way forcing the user to have the name equal to the next resolution name, or the name of the file.
It's not being forced in that's what happens if you don't configure it. But if you do configure it, then it's in your control. So because you could just pop that back in, and it will be fine, and
Yeah,
it will.
that's fine. Yeah.
So,
Uh,
but go on.
is this clashing with the if I'm exposing this one and the automatic one? Is there a clash
There wouldn't be
or
a
Oh,
clash.
if you rename the name. Interesting. There
Um,
shouldn't be.
there
No,
shouldn't.
there shouldn't be.
There would be the same thing exposed under two different names. But we could add something that basically said if you expose it differently, then we skip it and we don't expose it ourselves. But I guess the point is, if you stick something in the exposed folder, you're expecting it to work via this auto
yeah,
method. And if you want something custom, you can do
makes
it
sense.
custom and stick it anywhere else. So do we always want the remote app? Or is this just like proof of concept? This isn't something that we
I think
always...
that's exposing the entire thing. Like this is
Oh.
exposing the entire thing and being consumed on the other side. That's the entire thing, I think.
Okay, and presumably that you'd want to opt into that. Okay.
I mean, so funny enough, we have this
Yeah.
as a feature, but through a different system that we call bridging.
Yeah.
Because you're not supposed to do this. Like
No.
you're not supposed to share the root of your app.
Exactly. Hey, just infinite apps.
Yeah.
All the way down. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's,
there is mostly because of for performance optimizations and for tree shaking mostly.
yeah. Now that shared, is there any way? Like, I think we could probably always expose Vue, right? In Vue router, these would be...
Yeah, usually in modern. So well, the other framework that implements module federation as first party in modern, we have like some default
Yeah.
shares. Like we share React all the time, we share React DOM all the time, all of that.
We could probably do things like auto exposing certain nuxt composables and utilities. So you have effectively a nuxt runtime, which is just expected to be available and can therefore be imported and used. Right?
Yeah, I mean that sounds great. The only complex side of this is the negotiation in case of you having multiple versions.
Yeah.
Like imagine you are in a lower next version, right? That maybe something is, different version than that.
Probably you want to have something like a minor version constraint. So because that's where the new features might be added. Like you need to have all the same exports, right? Or like that would be the most important thing, I'm guessing. Hey, Sasha and Alex, welcome to the party. If you don't see Sasha and Alex, that's because they're joining via LinkedIn, which supports streaming. Who knew? But yeah, cool.
Cool.
Robin, it's good to see you too. Okay, so let's add a to-do note.
You're gonna
here.
have a look at the. Okay, go ahead.
I think that we'll add a to-do there because we might have some logic heuristics to detect that. But I feel like some of this and maybe those should just live in the module, as you were saying. So we could have a default option, and so what we would do is set it shared, and just set them confirm heuristic.
You should probably be able to, gather the version like out of the package JSON or something like that, of the closest package JSON or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Yeah, we should be able to do that. And then that means we don't have to include this because those are just Vue and Vue router are expected. And so we simply are doing this where we're exposing it. But actually, you can imagine this entire project would work with no config.
Yeah.
Because it's a simple project and everything is about just copying those files into that. Well, I mean, we might as well, because then there's the other thing is like we have to make this module also work for a consumer, not just a thing that's exposing it.
I was about to suggest to go into the host side because that is where I have the most questions.
Yeah. Okay. So to start with, we've built this module and it's a local module, so it's living in here. But we probably want to stick it out, and we're just going to make a new folder and put it in there for now. This is all temporary, right?
Sure.
And we're going to give it a package JSON, and it's going to be super simple. We're going to call it module federation nuxt. Oh, interesting. Sorry, name.
Just name.
And it's got, I don't know, a version. And it's got an entry, which is...
Oh, excuse me.
We're just going to copy that. It's not, none of it is going to be typed anymore. So we have to have some dependencies, this and nuxt kit. What is... Copilot is suggesting crazy things. Okay, dependencies, we want module federation v, and it's going to be catalog, I guess. And then we want to have nuxt kit, and we'll pick 4.4.7. And we probably want types node. And let's just install and see if any of that starts working. And actually, we are going to want to do stuff like put a build step in here. So this is I just want to somehow get it to the point where it's imports going to work. And so we're just going to say that import is federation.ts, and I'm very much hoping that that is going to... What? Exports. Right. I'm very much hoping that's going to work. Let's see if this now works. If I say we're going to depend on... we now depend on module federation nuxt. And we're going to say workspace. Let's see if that works.
I think we need to build or not. Do we need to build?
Well, I was hoping to get away without
Apologies.
building.
I'm back.
Okay.
But I mean, you're right. Maybe we have to do this fully. No, it's working. Okay, so well, let me just confirm that it's working. Let's restart our remote, which is the only thing that's using it right now, and it's working. Okay, so we have a buildless approach. We're going to add the build later, but I'm just trying to like, can we avoid any unnecessary complexity? So so we're working, and you can see this actually because in here we actually have types. Isn't this cool? Like we have full types all the way in this config, and they're just coming through. That one's not very interesting, but you can see the module federation options, and we could get like type hinting for everything else too. So that's just coming in from module federation nuxt, and actually I don't think we're using this at all, so we could actually even fully get rid of it. Okay, now having a look at the consuming side. So we're going to do the same now for our host, and we're going to add module federation nuxt, pop our workspace constraint there, and then we're going to run our install again and add. Now this is going to totally fail, just to be clear, because some bits of this are not correct, right? So this is the same, I think, but this is different.
That last bit is different, right? Yeah, that seems different.
So why is this different?
Yeah, this one is a little bit different.
I know why. It's because in dev mode you expose out of the _next folder.
Yes, but this doesn't run in the dev mode at all. This is only when you're building.
Then I don't know. The quad meter.
Maybe let's try to remove it and
Yeah.
refine.
Okay. Okay. So now instead, we're obviously going to add this. Right now, it's going to break because it's going to set everything up to expose, but not to consume. So let's first see if we can get rid of this. I guess this is only going to be in build mode anyway. So okay. Now I also want to just compare what is the difference in our module itself. Oh, come on, Federation. So what is the difference in the in our Vite plugin? Okay, so DTS, the name is different, right? That's true. And we have this remotes config and shared. Okay, so, right. Okay, stuff to think about. Okay, we should come back to this. Can we take a 2-minute break? I need a fresh cup of tea, and some other people might need
I
some.
also want a coffee.
Yep. We've been going an hour and a half, and it has been a lot of fun, and I don't really believe that it has been an hour and a half, but let's take a quick 5-minute break, refresh yourself, come back. We don't have a massive amount more time, but we'll see. Does that sound fair?
Cool.
Maybe another half an hour or something? Okay.
Absolutely.
Yep.
5-minute break, and see you soon. Hello, hello. Welcome back. I hope you are freshly hydrated. I have my cup of tea. And yes, whatever you need. Snacks, all kinds of good stuff. Okay, let's carry on. Shall we carry on? Have you thought?
Yeah, please.
You've okay. Now this is this is a little bit more complex because we have our shared this bit we can drop. I think the manifest we can drop, the file name we can drop exposes, but we have this new remotes configuration, the host
Yes.
init and the name. So that's what's different. So if we and I guess it's all exposed for us anyway, in that we have module federation and we have our config and we can pass it all in. So let's just do that to start with. Now it's not recognizing this because we don't have the module installed. So we'll install it. And then we need to run the dev server. And so hopefully we can now just totally drop this thing. And yeah, types are being recognized. Is it going to work though? Okay, it works. Right.
Where's the types error?
Oh, there's no type error. It had one because we hadn't yet added the module. So it was it just thought, oh, what is this? So now we have this as a question. So let's just have a look and say this is the exact. Is this the same? It's very similar, but it's inverted.
Oh yeah, it's inverted actually.
Well, that's interesting. Let's try that, and also one of them is resolved. Yeah, it's like, I guess you wrote it just at a different time. So
Probably.
So basically we have this bit, which we may or may not need, and I'm hoping we don't need it, but I'm just going to put it in there so we don't lose it. But it looks like the same is true. Oh, to account for module preload hints? Ah, okay, we need to
this might be.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So one important bit. This is true. This is part of the functionality of Federation. When you build Federation, if you use Federation this way, which is like the bundler plugins, Federation expects to be bundled with something. It doesn't necessarily have to be the app itself, right? Because that doesn't make sense, right?
Yeah.
But it tries to search for something. If it doesn't find anything, it is going to error.
Yeah.
So I think that's why the CP is there.
So we can, the module preload hints, let's just have a look at what they are. So let's build and preview it. So we're looking at...
Go ahead.
Oh, okay, so hopefully this is still going to work. Right, but yes, this is it. This error loading dynamically imported module, because it's... Wait... Ah. Oh, maybe that's because it's the dev server. We have to build this as well. Okay, so if we now look at this, and we look at the inspector, we should have some module preload hints, right? This is what we're talking about. And are we going to be pulling across? Yes, this. I think this is what you're talking about. So this is all... so we have, these are the things that are in our remote. So these are the 4173s, that's local. And then these are module preload links remote. But that looks fine, actually. It doesn't look like it's...
Are those normal? Like in a production scenario where you deploy this, those are going to be there as well.
So, oh, maybe this is the one. I'm just trying to find why we have this, because it doesn't look like it's needed. Like if you have a look at the console, there's no errors.
Oh yeah.
And if you have a look at the network, there's no 404s. So I'm not sure we need this.
Yeah, remove it.
Yeah, let's try to remove it.
Okay. Okay, great. So now our consumer is set up here, and this is all that it is doing. So it's much. Oh, maybe it's the remote base. I bet that's what it was. I bet you initially built that without doing any isdev config here, and then you
Mhm.
updated it. I bet that's what it is. So it probably
Probably.
isn't needed anymore. So but that maybe we can make this simpler here as well. So at the moment we're saying in production we fetch it
Because
from.
in the dev mode, it's adding underscore nuxt, correct?
Yeah, but this is basically getting at that to do item we had above, which is that really in neither situation should it have an underscore next. We want to expose it as something like mf, right?
MF. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
that's a better experience, full stop, and then it's consistent between dev and prod. So let's implement that already. So here what we
Because
want to do,
I
we
remember,
go on.
yeah, I remember when I created the pipeline to test the dev mode and preview mode. I had a lot of configurations and tries anthems to do for the underscore next folder.
Yeah.
So I did some changes and tried the pipeline over and over to find the real issue.
Okay. So yeah, good point. Okay. So here we are just going to say underscore mf. We are going to we copy it in production. So in production, we know that that's where it's going to live. And this may be something that we have to do in terms of the in terms of the Vite plugin itself. But for now, we'll just do a workaround in dev mode and say in dev mode, we are going to set a proxy. And, oh, sorry, where is it? Up here. So in dev mode, we're going to set a proxy and say nuxt options root rules. Oh, actually, I think we just do it like this.
I do another one.
So we'll just say in dev mode, we're going to proxy this path to proxy. Wait a second, why is it not? Why am I not getting types? Why am I? If I don't have types, I'm in trouble. I don't know about you. I need them.
Yeah.
I very much need them. Okay, so we're going to
Oh,
proxy.
there you go.
Yeah, proxy. We're going to say to nuxt. And that should be, we're going to need more than that, right? HTTP proxy middleware, I think it is. We somehow need to, we want to rewrite it, right? So
Yeah.
it needs to be this. I get cookie path rewrite.
Doesn't look like there is a rewrite available.
There should be, right? So proxy options, fetch options.
The fetch, maybe?
Yeah, we could just provide our own fetch, I guess.
The chat is quiet, so no messages since the restart.
Okay, is anyone there?
Hello.
Have we? Are we still? Yes. Okay, Luke is there. Luke, you are.
Okay.
That's enough. Aussie boy, you're here as well.
Okay, okay,
Cool.
okay.
Code red. Dave, you are Dave, right? Red. Uh, Steffi, Jan. Okay, everyone's okay. This is great. Great. People were just they were vibing.
Okay, okay, sorry,
They
sorry.
were coding on their side projects, and we were in the background, and that's fine. But yes, like you can always you feel that uncertainty. Are you speaking into the void? So we weren't speaking into the void. There are so many people. Honestly, if we could just have this would be so much fun, wouldn't it? We had like a group hack, just everyone come, sit in a room together and build stuff. We could all build our stuff separately, but then occasionally come
And by the
together.
way, it's amazing for me to see this synergy between Model Federation and nuxt to create something really smooth for the user. It's great.
Yeah, in fact, Daniel, I will tell you one thing. I've worked in the Federation side, not on Vite especially, like on the other side, on RSpec and all that. And usually the comment, especially on RSpec, because it is so similar to Webpack, right, is that the developer experience is horrible. And I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat it like it is. And we haven't encountered any hard problems yet with Federation, thankfully. Because if we do, you will truly feel how it is to need to go. And there's something that I can show you even that is one of the reasons why this is so complicated. Like if you go into your browser real quick into the website that you just have open,
Yep.
there is one if you go into the console. So the way all of this that we are doing works is with one global object. So this global object is underscore underscore federation underscore underscore. So you can actually see it here in your terminal. Like if you just type underscore underscore federation.
I'm pretty sure I've just broken everything, so I don't think
Oh, really?
we will. No, because I haven't finished setting up the proxy, so this will probably not work. But let's see. Yeah, I have to.
Oh. Yeah, let's make it work, and I will show you after.
Yeah.
But it is like it is something that you can just be looking for hours and finding stuff and saying, "Oh, so this is how this works." I get it, and in
So
fact, you don't.
we don't. Uh, the drop this. Okay, let's see if I can. Right. I've undone everything. Okay, so you said it's
Got it.
underscore federation. Okay.
Yeah. So this is where. So this is where this is where everything is. Everything is in here.
Cool. Ava, thank you. That's very nice.
Of course, if you use SSR, it's a bit more than this, but in
Yeah.
SPA land, this is all there is, and there's a lot.
There is a lot. You could explore this. Okay.
Oh, those are the bridges that I was telling you about.
Yeah. Felix, what was the best sentence of the stream? I missed the exact moment you said that. Oh, Jan has a Chrome extension to explore Module Federation. Do you know Jan? Are you like your
yeah, Yanis.
pals?
We've talked for a long time.
Okay. Okay, this is cool. And we have a Module Federation Chrome extension, it seems.
Oh, I didn't know this. Yanis, why didn't you share this with me?
Well, Jan is just literally doing it now. Okay, so yeah, Google recommends using Chrome. That is, I get that. Okay, so
Cool.
this is amazing. Okay, so you have this version mismatches. That's a very useful thing. Okay, and then you can see shared dependencies. This is great. Okay, that looks very, very useful. Okay, I highly recommend if you are building an extension, have you come across Wuxt?
Only by name. I haven't. So in Federation, we have one extension that we should give more love to because I now realize that if people are doing their own, we need to improve. But I've been looking into this. I think we are not using it whatsoever.
It's great. I really, really like it. So I have a Chrome slash Firefox slash. I don't think I have a Safari one, but you can build it. Wuxt is very, very, very good. And so I have an extension for this Unsight thing. And it's all automated in CI, even publishing to the different app stores. And it just works across browsers. So really,
Interesting.
really, really, really nice. Highly recommend. And it's a great experience of building. But yes, you see it builds them for Chrome, Firefox, Edge, Safari, any Chromium-based browser. So, and it supports different manifest versions. You can use any front-end framework if you want, or presumably you could just do it in web components or whatever. It's nice. You probably, Jan, you probably could just drop what you have in here, and it would probably just work, like into the scaffold. But it's super nice, and they have some very nice helpers. They have modules. It's great. It's great.
Cool.
But I'm getting distracted from our refactor of this. We want to move to MF to improve the feel, which means I think maybe we're going to do, okay, so nuxt, actually we'll do this instead. Nuxt options dev nitro dev proxy. Yeah, there's the dev proxy. I think this is what we want. So we're going to set almost options base, and then we're going to set this add. No, go away. We actually want to proxy it to ourselves. So we just want to. Could we redirect? No, that probably would be a bad idea. Oh, would it?
Yeah, probably would be a bad idea. I think you could.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing stops you either way, I believe. Maybe the life cycle of the request. I don't know. I mean, we can try.
So ideally what we want to do is auto rewrite. We don't actually want to change the host import. We want to just change the path. So we want to do something like, what is local address? Something like local address is, what is that?
Could you? No, that's going to be no. Never mind.
So we want to, proxy target is going to be it's basically just going to be nuxt options dev server dot URL plus mf, I guess. No, plus nuxt. This may be the wrong approach. I just want to see what it is.
Are we running preview or dev mode?
This is dev mode that we're running.
Dev mode, okay.
And it's not working. So this is, I think, the same. Wait, what's happening?
It's printing something into the console, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's probably doing like a circular. So our options base is, let's just see what this looks like. Okay, so that is what it's redirecting to. Oh, and we need to rewrite, don't we? So we need to do path.
I always find this kind of proxy configuration really difficult.
I hate it too.
Why?
I really hate it.
Host rewrite?
Host rewrite. Yes. Yes. Host rewrite. Oh, are we getting a
It's a string. Okay.
Oh, does that mean, let's see, host rewrite. Rewrite's the host name, but give me an example of it, please. Ugh. Is it an object? No, it's a string. And it needs to be something like, help.
Can it be the one? Can it be the one above, like the one like nuxt option tab server URL, but with the new path instead?
Yes, that is
Which
what
is
it
like-
is. Oh, you mean just say the same?
Yeah, say the same.
Okay.
That is super hacky, but
Okay.
maybe.
But is this the right target? Like, because we want our target to be, yeah. Oh, that's the wrong thing.
Okay.
So, and actually,
wonder.
let's just drop this. What I'm trying to do is hit this. That's working, and I want to hit this, and also have it work. And the issue is that this isn't proxying across, so it should.
Right.
I want it.
Target should be underscore
MF.
I guess.
Yeah. Target.
Target.
Not the
Target.
rewrite. The target should be underscore MF.
Okay.
Let's try.
And then the rewrite is okay. Let's try that again then.
No.
Oh no, this is wrong. That's the wrong thing. Let's hard code the URL.
Oh, it's not picking up the. Oh, that's what? It's not picking up the right.
No, it's not at all picking up the right. Okay, so we're just going to.
Yeah, that's fine.
But is this right?
The second one does.
Is this really the right target, or
Let's
should
try.
it be nuxt there as well?
Yeah, try it.
Okay, so now that's hopefully logging the. Yes. Okay, so that works, and this is wrong. So we're just hard coding it. Fix target.
How is it working?
Let's get rid of that.
Next in both.
Well, I think this is I hate the this is not even being used. So this is what we need to do. Hey Status, nice to see you. I wish you would give me a solution to this proxy thing. So we need the dev server URL. Why is that not giving me the actual URL of the dev server? I feel like this is oh, it's because we're configuring it later in our Vite plugin, I think, is why. So it works, but it's a pain. Okay, so anyway, there's a to-do. We will fix that. But the point is, for now, we have a consistent thing that doesn't depend on development or production. So
that's amazing. That's amazing.
But we can make this better even more. Right. So, but yes, absolutely want to emphasize everything you were both saying. We want to make module federation really easy with Nuxt. So you can still configure it if you want to get into the weeds, but it should be as simple as ideally just pointing this at your server. Now, if you do, by the way, if you do ever need to do something like this and have something that's different in production, let me show you how you would do it. You would just do this. Production.
Oh,
and then
sorry.
you
I just laugh at the at.
Then you pop this in.
Shouldn't the host have the rewrite?
And this is
By the way,
this is
sorry for interrupting, but we have like a gift drop in the chat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Thank you. Status, that's very kind. Josh! It's Josh. Okay, everyone. This is Josh Singh. Josh is the well, I'm not sure I can say you were the person behind it, AI SDK, but Josh is doing amazing things with the AI.
Josh!
Yes,
Josh!
that one! That one! It's nice to have you with us.
Hey, mate.
This is quite a crowd. So, and now own chat SDK as well.
Nice.
Yeah, collecting SDK like they are stones on a gauntlet, I guess. Right. Now, we have to figure this, because this should be... it's requiring us to pass the name.
Yes.
Anyway, it shouldn't, because it's not a total configuration. It will be merged with the other. But if you did need to do something that was like in production, this is the URL, but in dev, this is the URL. You can always do something like this with Nuxt, where you have this sort of $ production that adds a production config only when building.
Oh my god, you have no idea what this means for Federation, Daniel. One of the big pain points is always managing different configs
Yeah.
for different, especially with the URLs.
So that would do it. But no, that, I mean, and I yeah, that is a pain, right? Because you want it to work in development, and you also obviously want it to work outside development too.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Right. So what is
You
next?
have dollar production. Can we on Nuxt? Can we configure our own dollars
Yes,
like
you can.
dollars ABC?
So if you're going to do that, that is also allowed, but it's a little bit different. So we have development, and we have production, and we have test. Those are the default ones. But if you want to do your
Okay.
own, you could do like this: staging, and then you could have some staging config. And then the way that you then run Nuxt in staging mode is you do pin dev env name, I think, staging, and then that would apply that
Amazing.
config. So yeah, you could have any number of environments that you want to run in Nuxt.
That's
Very
so
nice.
useful. Yeah.
Very nice.
But for now, we will drop it because we don't actually have a different production. But basically, the _mf is nice to be able to put in place, and it is also configurable, so you can just do your own. And const prefix. Just want to make sure that it is. I'm just going to drop that. And we want to make sure that it starts with. There we go. And then we have. We can drop that. Cool. Okay. So what else? What are our to-dos? So we're doing that. We're moving them into a folder. So that's good. We're resolving it.
Does it? We were looking in the what is it called? In the way we import on the host.
Right. Okay. So, oh, that's right. That's, yeah, absolutely. Thanks for the pointer. So we have these, and we're creating our own async components that are importing remote, and that's the name in nuxt config. And then we have the, I bet we could also get type support for this, by the way. It's not there at the moment, right? It's just
There
any.
is. It's any, but Module Federation exposes DTS for the components. I don't know how that well wired is, because the complexity is that it is types over the wire. So we generate a zip file with the types, and we share that as part of the bundle for you to
Okay.
be able to, point it at production, pull the zip file, and you have types kind of situation.
Is that doing it already, like by default in this
I think we
setup?
have it of false. I think it's like a flag
It's
in the
Yes, you
the
did.
plugin,
DTS config.
So if we said
which is,
DTS true,
yeah,
Yeah.
just like that.
okay, and
In
so
the remote and host as well.
okay,
Yeah,
so
you need
this
to build the
is
remote first.
cannot read file. Interesting. It wants to find it in app, but that's not where it is. It is just in remote directly.
Yeah.
So why is it?
It's probably because you are running the command from. Oh, well, where are you running the command from actually?
No, I'm just running it in remote directly. So maybe DTS,
Remote.
maybe we pass the path. So it's something like CWD. There we go. tsconfig path is going to be yeah,
I don't know
that
if you have to
works.
pass the others.
I think it's working. So how do we get the the types?
The types. Oh,
Yeah,
same config on the host basically. Like
but
put the flag in DTS2 in the host.
I mean, what is the URL that they come in from?
Oh, is I think it's mf types. You can see it on your editor. You should be able to see it on the editor. Like if you open the editor and you open the file tree, diagnostics. There should be an output somewhere.
How about I
Is it on
if I build
Babel?
it, it's probably going to generate it in the output.
Yeah.
So I'll have mf remote entry SSR.
Can you put the flags to true? Because maybe the config is flaky a little bit, and maybe apart from you passing the TS config, you also need to put the generate types to true.
Oh, generate types. Cool. Let's try that one more time.
And there should be outputs like console logs about it.
Yeah, it's building very fast, assuming that it's doesn't seem to be actually emitting the types, does it? So
Yeah.
oh, failed to generate.
Yeah, it is failing to generate, and it is trying to use that command to generate them.
Oh, it
Which
doesn't. It
complains for
just
some
doesn't.
reason.
It doesn't support view.
You need
Oh,
to
okay.
pass the view. There is a flag or something for the view.
Okay.
Remember? Let me check.
Oh, maybe implementation like view TSC, something like this.
Do we have that in our TS config? That's a valid question, isn't it?
I guess so. Yeah.
Did that work?
Oh, maybe.
That would be incredible if it worked, because I'm just guessing. Like, there's no. That would be very unlikely. No, it doesn't. I don't think it worked.
Output. Okay, never mind.
Okay, I mean that this is in the weeds. I think we can do it, right? We can have it generate types for us, and we can have it import those types.
Yeah. By the way, DTS plugin right now, if we are enabling it, it's adding a little bit of overhead in the build time because it's using TSC and is doing a lot of stuff. So I think we can do better with Vite
Yeah,
somehow. Maybe we can improve it. I don't know.
yeah, that would be very cool.
Yeah.
But I think this, for example, is all something that because Nuxt knows the config, like the TS config path. In fact, I mean, we generate it ourselves, so we can actually set all of this. We might just have the user say something like DTS true, and then we do everything else, right? So okay, so we'll drop that for now, and go back to the just because I got distracted. We were looking at the host and wondering if there was a better way other than this. And so we can do this with auto imports, I think. So we would basically register. So here's the first question. We can pull a manifest of all of the widgets, of all the components, right?
Yeah.
So let's do that. So we get our let's see, const manifest, and it's going to be, I guess, record of string. So there's going to be the, it's going to be what? The key is.
You can probably look at it.
Import.
Like if you open the browser.
Oh, yep. Okay, then we certainly could, because it's going to be here. Is this the one? Yeah. So we'll just format it, and then we have got, say, here's this widget. So it has an ID and a name and a path, and so basically, is the name and path? How do name and path differ? What's the significance there?
I'm actually surprised because this is very lean to what it used to be.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, I'm used to see the RSpec ones. The RSpec ones are more beefy. Oh, it's because of the. Okay, I think this is your domain, Giorgio, because this is because of the virtual modules, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So say again the question. Can you say it again the question?
Oh, the question is why we have both name and path. So, for example, here we have this widget. So, I want to what I want to do is, assuming I am on the client. So, if options config remotes. So basically, if there are remotes, then
Yeah.
I'm going to scan them, download the manifests,
Okay.
and then see what
I,
components exist, or what
okay.
things,
Okay.
and then I'm going to do some stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the manifest of Module Federation has name and path as well.
Yeah, it has
Let me
got
check.
name and path. But
Yeah, I mean the spec of Module Federation
but what
in
is this?
general.
What's the significance to what does name mean? What is, because the way it's imported is remote slash widget, right?
Yeah.
So is the slash
Yep.
widget in that import to do with a name, or is it to do with a path?
Do with the name, I guess, but I'm
Okay.
not really sure
So the path
right
is
now.
more like pointing where widget exists in relation
Yeah.
to the
On
remote.
top of my head, yes,
Okay.
but I'm not.
So
I
if
did that part a long time ago.
okay, so if the path was something like widget whatever, you would still import it as like remote slash widget. Like the path here is just internal details. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
so
Yep.
like we're importing remote slash counter. So the first thing that we can do is that components are a thing that people are going to expose all the time, more than other pieces of the project. And we can probably get it set up so that, is there a way to add information to like metadata to the manifest?
Yes.
Okay.
There is one key that is named metadata, I believe.
Okay.
that is type of no, like type unknown, so you can just tamper with it however you like.
Okay. So, and that's in
I
exposes.
think you have the type actually.
So exposes is a string map or an import. So that doesn't. Where are we going to expose the metadata?
If I recall correctly, it is on presentation. Give me a second. Let me remember. So there should be
Is
like
this
a manifest PL thing.
this link?
Okay.
Can you check it? Double check it, Nestor.
Yeah, I think it's this one. I just don't remember where the API was to access this, but yeah, it is this thing.
Okay, metadata. And there's a table here that could be, that's misformatted.
Oh god.
Okay, metadata.
Yeah, the dogs need a little bit of the dogs needs to love.
Okay, let's see if we can see any hooks or something.
Yeah, I'm actually checking myself in the source code. Give me a second.
Okay.
This is on because it shows that it's on the stats, but the stats is not what we want because the stats is like the whole. So there's the MF stats, which is like the whole manifest with a bunch of things that we don't care about, and then out of the stats you get the manifest, which
Yeah.
is what the runtime uses afterwards,
So, and I'm
which
guessing
is the one that we want.
if this doesn't work yet, we can absolutely open a PR to make it work, right? So let's just assume that this exists, and I'm just going to hard code it for now. So iterate
Oh,
over manifest.
can you change the manifest key in the configuration instead of being a boolean? Do like an object.
Yes, I can. Um, aha, yes. Cool. Okay, so we have file name, file path, and disable assets analyze.
Oh, is it not here? Hmm. Oh, okay. This is something. Okay.
So
Note for you, Giorgio. We have this on the RSpec one, not on the bit one. So the API is there, but it's not exposed as types.
Okay, okay.
okay, so basically what we are going to do is obtain
Can you
the
send me DM
Yeah.
on Discord?
Yeah.
we are going to obtain so my concept is when we expose our components, we don't just expose the path, we also expose that fact that this is a nuxt component, and that this means then if we're consuming remotes, we can then tell nuxt that these components exist, and we can point them to types, and we can even auto import them, so you could just use them without the need to have any boilerplate at all. Does that sound good?
Great, sounds great.
Yeah.
So then you
Yeah, checks out
basically
for me.
get, because it's the most nuxt native way of then consuming it. I mean, we could also add some extra like define remote component or something like that, which would like wrap over it a little bit, but it's up to you.
Can you do real quick? Because I want to know, because the API is the same. So it's just the types that are wrong. If you go into the metadata, sorry, into the manifest key again,
Yeah.
and you open the IntelliSense, plugin manifest options.
Yeah.
Right. So this is where's this coming from? Module federation. Oh, yeah. It comes directly from it. So there should be another option here that is like the additional data. That is essentially the one that you use with, like even on the one above, like it's on the plugin manifest option type interface. Sorry.
Okay. And you said it's additional data.
I sent you yeah. If you check Discord, I sent like a what's it called, like a snippet of the API we have in.
So
You see that?
it's a function. So I'll just pop that in.
I don't know if it's going to work on the bit one, but it should.
Okay. Well, we're just going to.
And you also need the name. Like you need to give it the file name because it overrides the rest.
So in the chat, MF core DTS is true by default after some changes. Will be cool to follow this idea here.
Totally agree. I think we can do that. That is we just need to figure out the issue with view files, and then we can export, like we can generate them. So I've just built this, so we have a manifest, and okay. So now we format it, and we should have some additional data. And the additional data sample that we added was owner, because these will get undefined. So we should just have some custom thing that has an owner platform. It's not showing up. So, why is it not? No, it's not showing
Oh,
up.
the complete build.
So I think
Okay.
some additional wiring is required rather than just
Gotcha.
adding it here. But this is brilliant because that will absolutely be what we want the moment we've got it. Great. So the concept would be we would look at the manifest. I would fetch it. We'd look at it. We'd pull out what is a component, and then we can do something like nuxt options. Nuxt hook components extend, and then we can actually just like handle the types and to do register components. And so now, even if we just registered like components without types, I think we could do this. So what we would do, I think, is for each one, we're going to add a. Oh no, I think we'll just add a single one, of course. We'll add a template. And we will give it a file name, and it will be something like remote components, and we probably need to do this for each remote. Okay, so rather than just just one, but we're just popping that in. We're going to have a get contents function, which is going to let us generate the content of this. And so we will basically export out all of these components individually, doing exactly the same thing that you were doing in here. So we're going to pull that in, and we're going to say exports new set string, and then for const component of components, exports add. We're going to have a little code gen here. So we'll say we'll have to give it a component name, which is going to be, in this case, component. We are going to import from the remote the component, and then all of the rest of this can be like fixed, right? There's
remote can also change, by the way.
Yes, I know.
Like remote here, yes.
We're going to have to like iterate over them like one by one because there'll be different remotes, and then we put the specific name, but this is just effectively some pseudocode, like a proof of concept. So then what we'll is that okay? And then we'll just return.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. We'll also have to do things like checking that they don't conflict. Like,
how does the suspense work here? I wonder.
What do you mean?
So, because I never worked with Vue that much to know, but I see that the suspensible is true, right? Which I assume that it means that where the loading is happening, it is showing whatever you have as a fallback in the suspense, right? So do you have like a suspense thing on the code, like in the template?
The way this works is that actually will go be captured in the parent suspense, because we have the suspensible true, which means that if there is a loading state, it's not, you don't handle it here, it's handled above. So if you're navigating from one page to another page, which has something suspensible in it, then the navigation won't complete until the component loads. So, but it's we basically don't have to worry about it here.
Okay.
Cool. Okay, so I think this will generate a file which re-exports all of these things. So then what we want to do is for const component of components, we're going to push. The file path is going to be, there we go, and we may have to, we're going to do stuff like chunk.
By the way, are we good on time, Daniel? Because you mentioned that you have another thing.
I do have another thing. I'm just skipping that. But you might have to go. We don't have to finish everything. But like in this
We
call,
can
right?
schedule another Twitch, another
Yeah.
live, and in the meantime, I can implement the missing properties we mentioned before.
Yeah, that would be brilliant. Because I mean, already we have a sort of, come on. Oh, I feel like already we are getting very far in terms of
Oh yeah.
having a nice experience
Yep.
for
Yep.
Nuxt
Yep.
users. So let's see, add component, and then we can just pop in here the file path of that, and then we have our, I think everything else might just, name is going to be component. I think this might be it. So we just need to generate the types, but I think, let's see what happens. Now, if I drop, let's check it works first without changes. Okay, so everything is working.
Hmm.
Let's drop the remote widget and just say widget. Look at that. It turned yellow
Okay.
because it knows it's a component, and oh no, it's not. But the fact that it turned yellow is good. Oh, it's looking for a default export. Oh, that's fine. This is a quick fix, because when I registered it, I should have said export is that name. Okay, let's try this again. Doesn't provide an export name, which, oh, because export. There's one or two things
Oh.
I'm missing here,
Yeah.
um, but it's there we go. Okay,
So
so
how this
this
is working under the hood?
this is
You are injecting.
auto registration of remote components. So now if we have our remote counter and we just say counter, it's also known, so it knows this is a registered component, and it's also, ooh,
Did we change it?
Because counter maybe is the name
oh,
of one component in the host.
yeah, that is right. So that is something, and that is something we're actually going to have to sort out. Because,
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
so what we might want to do, for example, is instead of having this uh, just be the component name, we might want to prefix it with the name of the remote. So
Hmm.
in this case, it would be, I'm just going to hard code this for now, but we'll say, like, actually it doesn't matter at this point, but we'll stick it in here. We'd say it's going to be remote, and that way it's safer,
Right.
because you have the
You know.
exactly, so you always know where it's going to be coming from, so like everything is working fine, and it's loading remotely, and it is the moment we have types, this will also be type safe, and um, people will get like props and everything, and they'll just be able to use it as though it's locally in their project. Now that is cool, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. That this is
someone
this is this is
mentioned
what I wanted to understand.
someone mentioned about a warning for possible collisions.
Absolutely, it is. Yeah, we would need to do that. So now you'll get a warning here. So this will automatically, Nuxt would print out a warning. In fact, I think if we have a look higher up, we probably got a warning. Um,
Valid VNA. I think I saw
no,
it. Scroll up a little.
no, there was a warning, but that was a different reason.
What about prefixing the remote ones?
Oh, this is what it would
We
look
are
like. This one
prefixing.
here. So it's
Oh, interesting.
now this is not like we don't care about that one. Like this is a false warning, but it would have looked like that. So, but I mean, it might not be enough of a warning, but basically,
Oh, I
I mean, we can give more of a warning, or we can even fail the build.
look at the chat. Like remote component, loading the components with the remote components instead of lazing components.
Yeah, which is what we're doing. So I think,
Yeah, we are
but
prefixing like this. Yeah.
but I feel like the idea of prefixing with the name of the remote, like if you have remote as your basic one, but then you might have other remotes, and keeping that as the prefix is probably a good call, because then it just makes sense. Um, and you
Yeah.
can easily grep it and stuff like that throughout your code base. Okay, I'm very excited about this. I think this feels
Great.
really positive. We should do another stream or something, or I guess we can also
Yeah,
follow up on.
definitely. Definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cool,
absolutely.
Yeah.
good stuff. Well,
Anyway, thank you.
in that
Thanks
case,
for everything.
thank you for joining me. Thank you for
Thanks.
taking all of this time and more than I originally asked for. So I really appreciate it, and I think we're going to build something that can be very proud of, in terms of a showcase
Yeah.
both of Nuxt and of Module Federation. So I thank
Do you
you.
want to create a branch out of this?
Yeah, I'll create a branch so we can at least keep track of what's happening, and then as things get fixed.
Yeah.
Cool. Felix, I have it
And
on my.
theme are you using, Daniel? What theme are you using, Daniel? That is the squiggly fonts.
You can you can see it there. So the font is called Dank Mono, and the theme is called Pale Night Operator. And I think they're both on linked on my website. But yes,
Okay.
yes.
Great.
So that is everything from me. Thank you, everyone. It's been a real pleasure. And I am going to have a look and see if there's anybody we can go raid. So if you want to do that, we can.
Well, let's see.
Do you have any recommendations? We have got.
Checking.
There is
Oh, Kent is
Oh.
live.
also AOA. Do you know AOA?
Wait,
It's a
no.
design engineer. Can also join to
No,
Kent.
I don't.
Oh, Steffi, you just guessed. I mean, you recognized it. You didn't actually. No, that's very cool. Send me Kent's Twitch
Oh, yeah.
handle. AOA is amazing.
Right.
So I mean, like,
Send you over in Discord.
cool. Cool. Well, let's go raid Kent because we've never done that before. And
Yep.
yeah, it's a good font. Well, everyone, it has been a real pleasure. So thank you for joining. Coding with friends is the best way. And I think, yeah, we built some
Beautiful.
cool stuff. Okay, I will send everyone off to Kent and see you all later. Bye.
Yep.
See
Bye.
ya.
Okay. Thank you. That was
Cool. That was super
great.
cool.
Super cool.
Oh, man, the fact that it's working like that is giving me hopes. You know I'm going to the offices tomorrow, right, Daniel?
Yeah, you're heading. You're
I will 100% show them this. Is this recorded on Twitch or is this